Hello, I'm Dennis Meyers, Assistant Executive Director for Governmental Relations here at CSBA. As many of you have heard, the state legislature and the governor have come together on a compromise over education funding, and we'll be seeing a vote on the entire budget, including K-12, either this Friday or Saturday within the legislature. Some of the details that are coming out, we're still waiting for the actual language to be drafted and become public, but what we've seen from briefing material is actually fairly favorable to the priorities that CSBA has been seeking actually for the last 18 months over the last 2 budget years when it comes to LCFF and increased funding for schools. Some of the details for the local control funding formula are actually good news as well. The basic premise of the local control funding formula is in place with the transparency, the equity, the subsidiarity, which is local control, and also one thing that is refreshing is a commitment that will be included to get all school districts back to their 2007-2008 funding level. So restoration has been a priority for CSBA since the beginning, since back to January of 2012, and the legislature and the governor came together on that to make that a priority in this proposal. How they did that is they increased the size of the base grant, and then they increased the size of the base grant at the same time they manipulated some of the percentages with the other 2 grants as well. So we will get you more details on that as that becomes available. We wanted you to know, obviously, that there is a commitment to restoration, which we think is a huge victory for school districts across the state. There's one issue that many of you might see. There's about 60 districts that in the budget runs that we have seen do not get back to the 2007-2008 level. If you happen to be one of those districts, we don't think the door is closed to fix that. We obviously have the possibility of additional revenue that are going to come in, that's going to be coming in this fiscal year because the legislature adopted fairly conservative revenue estimates. So we expect there will be an attempt either later this year and then as the years unfold to make sure that everybody does get made whole back to 2007-2008. So we obviously still have some work to do there. Other parts of the budget, there's a strong commitment obviously to repayment of deferrals. That's been a priority of CSBA, and also a new investment on one-time money into Common Core. And that includes $1 billion, $1 billion with a B, in the current year, and then another $250 million in the budget year that will go out per ADA for investment in Common Core and the startup costs related to Common Core. So we also think that that is positive. Now, as I said earlier, the legislature adopted fairly conservative revenue estimates. We'll be watching revenue from July 1 on to see how it's pacing against the estimates. And as we see additional funding coming in, obviously we will continue the priority to make sure that local control funding formula is funded and funded well, but also that the legislature stays committed to repayment of deferrals and to investment in Common Core and any other one-time priorities that we may have. So as we look over the next few days, as more information becomes available, as the control language comes out and the budget trailer bill language comes out, we will be analyzing that and getting more information out to you. So keep looking at the website, which is csba.org, and MyCSBA. We'll try to get information out to you as it becomes available. But as of right now, things are looking a lot better for K-12 than even 2 or 3 months ago because of the new investment in LCFF and in education. So stay tuned, and we'll provide more information as it becomes available.